Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today we're going to be talking about a website where you can make hundreds of dollars in a day. Where you can make hundreds of dollars in a day. Now, we're in the year 2023. What I want to do is I want to move as many people as I can from poverty to prosperity. And the number one challenge affecting people moving from poverty to prosperity is capital. People need capital to start a small and medium scale business. People need capital to go to school, invest in themselves so that they are more employable or so that they can learn a skill to start a business. And capital, especially in the developing world, in the third world, is not easy to get. It's very, very hard. We thank God for people like Mohammed Yunus in Bangladesh with the Grameen Bank, who has taken microfinancing to another level, but it's not common in other countries. And so when I teach you these little ways to raise money, it's so that you guys can have capital. You guys can have capital. Now, without further ado, how are you going to make these hundreds of dollars in a day? Now, there's a website. It's called UserTesting.com. It's called UserTesting.com. Now, for my visually impaired viewers, because it's going to flash up on the screen so you can actually see it, but for those who are visually impaired, I'm going to spell it out for you. So it's U for umbrella, S for sugar, E for echo, R for Romeo, T for tango, E for echo, S for Sam, T for tango, I for India, N for Nancy, G for governor, usertesting.com. Now, this is like the cream of all survey sites. It's like the king. It's like the the top of the pyramid. It's like the Mercedes, or will I say, it's like the Ferrari of survey sites. Because while other survey sites pay you, like pennies, this site actually pays you a whole lot more. For a 5-minute survey, you get about $4 or more. I mean, it's almost unbelievable. It's almost like $1 for a minute. For a 5-minute survey, you get about $4. And then also, they do live interviews. And so for a live interview, you could get anywhere between, like $50 to $100. And sometimes they are 30 minutes, sometimes they are an hour. And it's legit because I've got people who've registered there and they've made money, and that's what I try to do. That's why it takes me a while to bring you these sites. And so it's legit. So what is user testing? User testing it's not just a survey site, although surveys are their bread and butter. What they do is that they do surveys. They test websites, they test apps, and then they also test physical products, which they will mail to you after you register. They will mail the physical product to you and then you test them. A lot of times you've got to mail the physical products back to them, but sometimes you get to keep it. So what they want to do is that they've got thousands of the biggest corporations, some of the members of the Fortune 500 in America. Fortune 500 are just the biggest 500 corporations in America. And these companies, they outsource their Q&A, that's their Q&A, quality assurance, to people like user testing. And so user testing, their job is just to validate that. They want you, when you register and become like a consultant with them, to validate the brand experience, the user experience that people experience from websites, apps, and then physical products. And then they also do this using surveys. So that's just how it works. So you got big, very, very large corporations like Apple, like Microsoft, like Google, all over the world, Nestle, in Europe, Cadbury, you got banks, you got even Hollywood producers. And almost, every sector, they're on user testing. So you make this money, and then why I'm bringing these things to you is, remember, it's for capital. It's not for you to make the money and you go and spend on an iPhone 14, or you go and take your girlfriend out to a club and then you spend all the money. No, it's for you to have capital so that you can grow. It's for you to have capital. So how do you start on user testing? Very easy. You go on the website, usertesting.com, and then on the top of the website, it depends if you're using a laptop or if you're using a phone, so it might be on the top left or on the top right. So you click on get paid to test. It's going to flash up on the screen with a red arrow, and then it's going to take you to the next tab, and then you put in your email, and when you put in your email, then it's easy peasy to register from there. But there's a caveat. they pay via PayPal. They pay via PayPal for now. Now, the thing is, I know some of my viewers have complained that in their countries, they've got issues with PayPal. Ghana, Tanzania, Nigeria, Cambodia, Nepal, even Bangladesh. Now, here's what you can do. You can get somebody in a country where PayPal is allowed without restriction to register for you. So you collaborate with somebody, because that's the only way out. I mean, I can't think about any other way. Or you find a way to get a PayPal account in your country. Now, if you watch this and you have questions arising from this, put them in the comment section of this video. My staff are going to bring them to me, and I'll do my best to respond to each and every category. But you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp forum, a Telegram channel, or a Gmail email address, and I would never ask you for money. Scammers have seen that my videos tend to go viral, and so they've created a number of fake YouTube profiles with my image on it, approaching people in the comment section, telling them helpline, guideline, and then when you contact them, they ask you to pay money, and that's the last you hear from them. This is Reno Mokri, the Apostle of Prosperity, saying God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is